Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Hope everyone's well today. It's my birthday. It's Monday.
It's your
The
birthday.
start of a good week.
On my birthday jacket for you.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
Happy
birthday
to
you.
you.
Thank you very much.
Katie. Happy birthday to you. Woo! Come on.
Thank you. It's start of a new week.
You enjoyed your day so far?
Do you know what? It's been so amazing. I can't even tell you. I will go into it in a bit, but yeah, amazing.
Yeah.
I'm joined as always by Jimbo, Ellie, and Chang. Jimbo, how you diddling?
Good, thank you. Excellent.
Good to hear it. Mr. Chang, how are you?
Doing very well here in Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia. And what a beautiful day today it is as well. On your birthday too, no less. And I really cannot wait to get into today's program, today's show with you. And I'm sure it's going to be an awesome and amazing show ahead.
I hope so. And Ellie, how are you, Queenie?
I'm okay. I've recovered from the 4-0 disaster that was yesterday. And I'm looking positively because it's your birthday today, Kate. It's all about Kate. It's not about Spurs ladies. It's not about Spurs men. It's about our Katie. Come on.
Bless you. Before we crack on, let's have a look who's in the chat. We have got LBAFC, who says, happy birthday, Kate, from a Gooner, and good luck for tomorrow. Yeah, every Gooner will be cheering on the Spurs tomorrow. My favourite comment of the day, big up, Kate, happy 25th birthday. I'll take that all day long. Thank you very much. Big up to Nita saying happy birthday to Kate. Big up Potato Stew saying happy birthday. Thank you so much, everyone. Big up Kate, happy birthday as it's my birthday as well. Happy birthday, twinny, Anthony Clark.
Happy birthday, Anthony.
Hope you have a great day. Phil Coys says happy birthday to you, Kate, and big up to Jimbo, Ellie and Chang. Coys, thank you very much. Mark's in the house and big up all and happy birthday to Kate. Thank you so much. Good afternoon, guys. Happy birthday. Thanks, Fiona. Raymond says happy birthday to you, Queen. Wow, I'm the Queen for the day, Ellie. You'll have to be demoted for one day only.
I'm just the princess today.
Thank you, Raymond.
You know what? The Queen is married to the King, and that's King Charles. So I don't really want to be married to him.
That's true. Big up, Aaron. Hope you're doing well.
You passed one. You passed one. Excuse me. Go back.
Oh, Jimbo the legend. Yeah, we're talking about you today. Happy birthday, Kate. Hope you're having a great day. Spoil Kate today, Jimbo. He already has. Happy birthday, Auntie Kate. Thank you, Ben. Drew Lala says a little birdie told me it's your birthday, and we are having a party. Whoop whoop, let's go. Afternoon, Jimbo, Auntie Ellie and Mr. Chang and chat. Thank you, Drew Lala. Embarrassing weekend for the club, says Truth. Well, yesterday wasn't great. Thank you, Aaron. Lisa Davis says happy birthday, Kate. Have a wonderful day. Much love. Thank you so much, Lisa. Thank you very much, Daniel Sandoval, bringing the love always. And also, happy birthday, Anthony, as well. Happy birthday from Oz. Thank you, Mick. Thank you very much, Truth. Wow. Happy birthday, Kate. Hello, Jimbo Ellie. Thanks, Ronnie. You're all so lovely. Big up Vindaloo. He's calling on the Spurs as well as wishing me happy birthday. Yes, we'll be supporting Liverpool tonight, but I don't really mind.
Mia was just trying to phone me. I had to click her off. Sorry, Mia, if you're tuning in. I'll call you later.
Thank you, Rob, for your message this morning. It was wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you very much, Stuart. Oh, I think I froze. No, I haven't froze. I'm back. Bob, have I froze?
You are audible, but
you're a frozen birthday girl.
I don't know what happened there. My computer went mental.
What's happening?
Bob Everett says, wishing a very happy birthday to the Queen of the Trophy Dodgers. Have a great day, Kate. Big up to Ellie, Jimbo and Chang. Are we frozen, Jim?
No.
You look fine to me.
You're
look
all
perfectly
right.
fine
You're
to
not
me.
frozen. You're
Oh,
a bit.
good.
It's a bit stuttery sometimes.
Okay, that's because I'm at my sister's and her internet's not great, but
Yeah.
it will be fine. No, tonight's game's going to be interesting for sure. Big up Taylor, and also good afternoon and thank you to Mia for the birthday wishes. It's been just such a lovely day so far. I think we'll start today. Thank you very much, Taylor.
I know how to spoil Mia's day. Just do this. Oh, yeah.
I think we'll start with the negative. Get the negative out the way first. Obviously, Ellie, you was at the game yesterday. What do you make of it?
We just didn't get our act together. We played the occasion, not the game. We did do some good things, and it was just a transition from defence to attack. They were really pressing us so well. Not so much in the first half, but the second half they upped their game, and we made a couple of boo-boos and let in goals, and it was just a bad day in regards to what happened on the field. But off the field, us Spurs fans, we did our proud. But the girls did as well, don't get me wrong, because they were just outfought and outplayed, and they couldn't get their game together, Kate and Jimbo and Chang. There was no continuity in attack. And when we did have a little bit of, it was like a wayward shot or a snapshot or like a little panic shot. There was no composure in front of goal. Whereas like Ella Toon, top pins, just before half time, you go down just before half time. They go in on a high. We go in thinking we've got a game now. And you'd think we'd be the team that came out with ascendancy, but they were like on it. They were like flies on shit, I said. Flies on shit.
Yeah.
Sorry to be so rude, everybody, but that's what it was like. They were hounding us off the ball, and the referee wasn't giving us anything, nor that linesman, who I actually shouted, she's a Man United fan and she needs to go Specsavers.
Hoover's cruising for a bruising.
My voice is gone. My voice is gone because of it.
Thank you very much, Hoover. Naughty man. Do you think the result was a fair reflection? Do you think it flattered either one, or do you think we were just not good enough?
No, I think it flattered them. I think a 2-0 victory would have been sufficed. But we gifted them the goal when Becky Spencer, I don't know what she was thinking, passes right to the Spanish lady who'd already netted. No, she netted the fourth one, sorry. And then they took her off because she'd done enough. But we gifted them a goal and we left ourselves open trying to get that equaliser, which is understandable. But it's like defence wins your games, girls and boys, doesn't it? It really does. Attack is brilliant if you get a goal back early, but we didn't capitalise, and then they just hounded us, and they deserved their victory. I'll take my hat off to Man United. They really deserved their victory, right? Because they played very well, and we just underperformed. And you know what I sang? I said, all we are saying is give us a goal. That was at 3-0. I just wanted to see the whole crowd roar.
Yeah.
Excitement, and Ozzy and Ricky were there as well. I just wanted to see their faces light up for once, but it wasn't to be. And it was a good day out with Ben Kaufman by my side. That was an achievement in itself, because we're both probably a little bit disabled in a way, but we managed to get up there with we took the disabled taxi up because my legs have gone. But I kept up with Ben up those stairs, though. That was my achievement, keeping up with Ben. Yeah. Yeah. So, I can't say much more on the match. Everybody saw what happened,
Yeah. Big up to Phil P. Woo! He's saying blue moon. Yes, we will get into that without any shadow. Shemtan says, good afternoon, the Princess Kate, Sir Jimbo, Queen Ellie, and the youngest looking old man, Mr. Super Chang. Hope all are well. Spurs ladies look so nervous.
Yeah, we were.
Chang, did you watch the game? What did you make of it?
I watched the match in its entirety. I was able to watch the first half with my eldest, and with the moments the first goal went in before halftime, what a cracker that was by Alatoon. But the moment I saw that goal go in, I just brought up a stat to her in which of the last 25 finals of this FA Cup Women's Edition, 23 teams who scored the first goal went on to win, or rather to lift the trophy. And because of that, it didn't really give me confidence that we will get back. So I sent my eldest to bed just after halftime. And wow, what a second half that was. I really thought that the ladies would give a good account of themselves, but unfortunately, they didn't do that. And I think it showed, the nerves showed, and when it came to the third goal, the mistake by Rebecca Spencer at the back that pretty much gave United the trophy. I thought it was still a good performance and still a good experience for all involved. But I mean, I'm very sure the ladies will learn from this. Put it this way, I'm very sure that Robert Villahamn would give encouragement to the ladies for just even getting to the final. That in itself is an achievement. And I actually saw clips. I saw clips of the ladies going up to receive their medals, and they did manage to shake hands with Levy on the way to getting their medals. So that in itself, seeing the ladies getting a medal at the end of the tournament, that is promising to say the least. And I really do wish all the best for Spurs ladies in the future, and massive congratulations too to Robert Villahamn for even getting the ladies to the final. And let's just see what the future brings for Robert Villahamn and the Spurs ladies.
I mean, he's done a brilliant job. I think maybe this sort of final sort of came too soon for the ladies. It's his first year, but I mean, brilliant achievement to get there. But I mean, Jimbo and I didn't watch it. I'm not going to lie. We spent the day in my sister's swimming pool.
Yeah, why not?
So we had it on the phone.
I was looking out for the watch along, but I was going to do a watch along for the swimming pool.
yeah, bloody hell. I had to actually get out the pool because I got seasick, which is bonkers, but I actually did get seasick. It was a nice afternoon in the sun, but yeah, just disappointing result. But hey, it is what it is. Jimbo, do you want to add anything before we move on?
Yeah, I'll use my bit of time on this just to wish Anthony Clark a fantastic birthday along with you, my darling.
Thank you. Big up to everyone coming in, and thank you for all the birthday wishes. They mean a lot to me. It's very sweet of you all. Truth
and I want to say a big thank you to Phil P. He knows what for, because he messaged
thank you, Phil.
You're a good man, Phil.
Now you've made me forget what I was going to say.
You're going to have the surprise later as well. I didn't know your sister's address, so it's gone to your actual address.
Interesting. Truth Hurts says it could have been 8-0 to Man United. Was like chalk and cheese, the gulf between the two sides. Do you agree, Ellie?
No, I don't agree, and I'll tell you why. All right, are you ready for it?
Go on.
So if we played them earlier in the last 3 weeks, we played them and we drew 2-2, right, and we were winning 2-1 right up until the very end. We gave them a game. We just panicked on the day, and we just didn't perform like we could. And there was players that I know could have done a lot better, right, especially up front. But Beth England was absolutely fabulous. She was like running her socks off for the game, and she was drilling everybody, just geeing everybody up to get them less nervous, all right, because it was a very big occasion and it overawed them, I think. But us, the Spurs fans, we were cheering them on, and there was men, boys, girls, mothers, fathers, granddads, every age group you could think of was in there, Kate and Jimbo and Jan. It was a marvellous spectacle, right? And sometimes it gets the better of you, right? And those girls, I know 100% they've been playing really well this season, because I'm proof of the pudding, because I watch them every single game, and so does my niece Drula. We're very big fans of the girl. Obviously, because I've played for them as well, so I've got a vested interest. I'm their ambassador, so I've got a vested interest. But even if I wasn't, even if I didn't play for them, right, even if I wasn't ambassador, I don't care, because I would support any team that goes out with those lily white colours and the blue shorts, right? I will support to the end of my days.
So
And
let me
it'll
ask
be
you
on
a question, Ellie.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Tomorrow night, are you
Yes.
going to tomorrow
Hang on,
night?
no, don't go on that yet. We're going to go to that later. Don't jump the gun, Jimbo.
Okay.
I'm going to go to
I've
that
already
later.
answered it in many chat groups.
Right, well,
but I
we'll wait
won't
and
let-
see.
I
We
won't
will
let
go
on. I'm
and I will
keeping
put
it
a
under
poll
my
in the.
jacket.
I will put a poll in the chat later as well.
Yeah.
Mark says, having watched a lot of the women's football, there isn't a big gap between the two, but I didn't watch the game. I'm guessing how big the game was. Got to them with result. Yeah, I think that was a lot of it. They were nervous, and like Ellie said, they played for the occasion, not the opposition. Is that what you said? Is that how you word it?
They played the occasion. Well, they just didn't perform. They didn't play like they could play, and it was so disappointing because people will watch that and think that's how we play. If you see the goal that we scored against Arsenal when we beat them 1-0 at White Hart Lane, that's going to be the goal of the season. It was absolutely brilliant. And Robert Vinaham has drilled those girls, Kate, Jimbo and Chang. He's drilled those girls and he's trained them so well, but they just got nervous. And then we've added to that, Manchester United did press us very well and they shook us off our game because they know that we can pass the ball very well. They've seen us play. They've done their homework on us. All right. So they hassled us off our game and it allowed them. And because we were 1-0 down, we were chasing the game. And you had to get back in the game. So we left ourselves exposed, right, when we should have been more disciplined. And that comes with experience, you know. All the best teams, they know how to defend. They know how to attack. And you've seen it in the men's games this season. Probably the team with the best defence, which I'm not going to go there, might even win the league. Yeah? So I can only put it in a nutshell like that.
Just to finish off on this, Shemtan said, how big a miss do you think Gracie Clinton was?
A very big miss because she's our driving force through the middle. She links up play so well, and her running off the ball to create space for others is vital for this team. So we missed her big time, but I just hope that we can sign her and that Manchester United, not only did they nick our song, guys, Glory, Glory Tottenham Hotspur, which I was really adamant, I was really screwing over. I was telling everybody. I didn't shut up all the way down to the station. I was saying they bloody nicked our song as well, and they battered us 4-0. You know.
Yeah.
But
I think Vindaloo should go on a timeout.
Yeah, Vindaloo. I'm going to spank your bum. He says it's Spursy though. It's normal. Boo. But you are right.
Well, I don't think Spursy can be applied to the ladies because that's their first cup final, right? So you can forgive them. You can forgive them for freezing because it is a big occasion. Some players, they rise to the occasion. Others don't. Like I would say Bethany England, she risen to the top because she's got experience behind her. She's been to cup finals with Chelsea and she's won them, right? Now she's backing her girls. She's not letting them down. She's saying this is the team that's going to take us forward. We just need a few little tweaks here and there, just like the men's team need to make it a perfect team. You know, we will challenge. I'm telling you, this team, right? If they have a few more additions, right, especially in defence, because we need faster ladies in defence. Because if you see that Spanish girl, she's quick. Yeah, if you're not catching her, she's scoring.
Yeah. But yeah, it can only get better for the ladies. Big up, Rakesh. Thank you very much. Skills. Thank you for coming in. Happy birthday, Kate, from David Shire. Thank you so much. King Cobber in the house. Does having a goalkeeper in Spencer that's so short limit us?
Not really. I'll tell you why. Because most goalies are around about 5'6", 5'7". That's the average height. So Ben was saying they should make the goal smaller, but it's equality, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah, of course.
You can't. It's equality. If we're going for equality, us women, we've got to have the big goal. Like we
Yeah.
like other things big, Kate.
Exactly. I'd be a good goalkeeper because I'm 5'9", so I'd be a giant.
You'd be fantastic.
I need to ask you, Queen Ellie.
6'1".
Can I ask you,
Yeah, Brett.
Queen Ellie? Can I ask you? Do you think that maybe Barbara Votikova would have been a better fit on the match on the occasion to come in instead of Rebecca Spencer? Barbara Votikova.
Yeah, I would say yes. Basically, of what I've seen of her and what I've seen of her before she joined us, and she played superbly against Arsenal when we won 1-0. And she's been She just lost her place. I think Rebecca Spencer's got a soft spot for her in the club because she's been with us for many, many years, and she has been performing well. You know, she hasn't been letting the team down, so there was no reason to drop her. But in retrospect and in hindsight, I thought Barbara probably would have been a better match. Yeah. The thing is, Robert made his choice, didn't he? And he thought it was the right choice on the day. So that's it. That's
big
the way
up,
the cookie crumbles.
Yeah, I'm 5'11", and even I wouldn't have saved that shot from Toon. How's someone of 5'6" going to save it? Yeah, that was a bit of a. I have seen the goal. It was a bit warm.
Just before that goal went in, Kate, I just wanted to tell you, I was saying to Ben, the best goal that I'd ever scored for Spurs ladies, when I took it from the corner pin, cut in on the D and banged it into the top corner. And then 2 minutes later, Ella Toon goes and bangs one in.
That's your fault, Ellie. You cursed
it. It's my fault. It's my bloody fault picking myself up.
You cursed it all.
Shameful,
Never mind. Onwards and upwards.
I'm putting my head in shame.
On a more positive note, the men have got back to winning ways. Thank the Lord. It was a little bit of squeaky bum time, as called by Chang. But Chang, I'm going to come to you first to give us your thoughts on the game, the result, etc.
I was doing the watch along. I was doing the watch along over at El Tel Cockerel and Talk and Ball with Senor Garcia and Mr. Sievers. And that first half went exactly as many of us had predicted. It was going to be a very cagey affair, very tightly contested affair. And absolutely no surprise that Oliver skipped as well as he did for us in the previous match against Liverpool when he came on. In this match, however, he got skinned time and time again. And I was just thinking, you know what, this is going to be another one of those days. He's going to be left so exposed with Van der Ven and Romero pushing so high up. And when that first goal came for Burnley, I think no one would have been surprised really that it was Oliver Skip losing out to Jacob of all people, who got the first goal. But credit where credit is due, our players came back strongly, and an unlikely source in the likes of Pedro Porro. He then grabbed us our equalizer, and I thought there were a few other chances that maybe with a little more composure, maybe some experience as well, we could have even gone into halftime leading. That one particular chance by Brennan Johnson, I thought he made the wrong decision to try to squeeze the ball at the near post, when maybe if he had just tried to lay it off or try to play a cross goal for someone like a Son Heung-min or Kulusevski to try and redirect on goal, that would have been a better choice. But second half, it went exactly as I had hoped. And we should have taken the lead a lot sooner. That one particular cutback by Romero for Pape Matasar to shoot at point blank range. Unfortunately, that was saved. That was kept out. And the substitutions. I again, this is where I have to give credit where credit is due. Big Ange did well with the substitutions, although I still felt they could have been done a lot sooner, seeing as how we have another game tomorrow. But the substitutes worked, and wow, what a player Van der Ven. I think from that game alone, his solo run alone and the goal that he slotted into the left-hand bottom corner, that pretty much tells you why he was nominated and why he won our Player of the Season. And credit to him, he got a very well-deserved winner for us that breaks our 4 consecutive losses. It now gives us more breathing space. It gives us that flexibility of not showing up or not performing tomorrow. That put it this way. And I know a lot of us will want to go into that later, but for this match alone, I think we were good for the win. It was such a positive thing to see. Good, or rather, a very raucous lap of honor for the players and also the coaching staff, and to see smiling faces again compared to some 12 months earlier when we signed off that previous season on a loss during the lap of honor. This was a much needed change, and the pressure is off us against City tomorrow, and let's just hope the lads hang on to 5th spot. I would say that although Europa League might not come at the best possible moment, but a lot of our fringe players could do well with 5th next season in Europa. So onwards and upwards. Back to you.
Exactly.
Yes,
Thank
Kate.
you, Chang. Big up to Skills.
I
That's
apologise
all right.
for that. I didn't have it in a stable position and it was falling. Sorry
That's
about
all right,
that.
lovely. Don't worry. Big up to Skills with a super chat. Says, happy birthday, Kate. Let's go and beat City. Yes, you would say that as a Gooner, but thank you very much. What I will say, Gooner said, only just, Kate, Burnley missed chances. Now, we had 20-something shots. I think it was more of a case of only just because we missed so many chances. Jimbo, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I was never worried. I said to you when I was watching it, I thought we'd come through it. You got to remember as well, there's a bit of squeaky bum time because they lost 4 in a row. They didn't want to lose 5 in a row, so I think there was a bit of nerves there as well. But look, at the end of the day, they come through it and they won. And I'm not going to start slagging my team down when they've won a game. It's the last thing I'm going to do, if it was hard work. But yeah, they come through it. Van der Ven showed the class that he is again. What a Rolls Royce that man is. And he took that goal like he was a striker. That was just unbelievable. But yeah, I'm happy. We won. We've stopped the rot and we move on to City tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yep. Ellie, what did you make of the game?
Yeah, I really enjoyed the game. I was with Alex Box Office. Come on. If you don't
Come
know,
on, Alex.
If you don't know, get to know. And it's an experience being with Alex, just not watching the match with Alex is an experience because he's so calm. He's cool, calm and collected. He's taking it all in like Ange Postecoglou does from the sideline. And he's thinking, who am I going to cut? Who doesn't cut the mustard in my team? I can see his eyes rolling, when he sees like Ollie Skip at left back. I'm saying he's doing quite well, isn't he, Alex? He goes, yeah, he's doing the job. It makes me laugh, Alex. Right, so we're watching the game and it's unfolding. Burnley are sort of knocking it about quite well in the first half. They're knocking it about quite well in the first half. I thought they were quite impressive in some of their moves, but we sort of quelled a lot of their attacks with good defending. At last, the set pieces are getting defended quite well. Man-to-man marking, none of this zonal marking. I hate it, right? Because nobody knows their job. Where is man marking? Like I said on El Cockerel, I was a bit rude. I used the F word. Sorry.
Naughty Ellie.
I know. I did swear, but I try not to because I'm a lady. Right. But I think I shocked Jessie a bit because she's thinking, oh, Ellie's all this nice little lady on Just the Girl Loves Spurs. But if you unleash me, I'm a bit potty mouthed. But the match in the second half, we took it to them. Right, and we got the speed on. We got our speed on, didn't we? Van der Ven's like a Rolls Royce, and I like a Lamborghini and a Ferrari all in one. Oh my God, that man is such a good player. And most of the singing was Mickey Van der Ven, Mickey
Yeah.
Van der Ven. Yeah, but I thought we took the game to them. We dominated and we showed them what Spurs football is all about. It was handball at its prime. We were moving off the ball, moving the ball quickly. And I really did enjoy that second half a lot.
Yeah.
Even though Alex was saying, it's all right, it's all right.
I do like Alex. He is funny.
Yeah. He won't get carried away with anything. Put it
No.
that way.
Just before you go on to Bobby's super chat, just let me say that their goalkeeper had a really good game as well.
He did. He had an excellent game.
Have I froze?
Yeah.
He made some very terrific saves with Jimbo.
No.
Yeah.
He did. He really did. We had 9 shots on target to their 3, and we also had 63% possession. So,
that's right.
Big up to Bobby K, the legend. Much love to you. Says happy birthday to the legend that is known as Jim's wife. Kate, much love to you on your special day from myself and the kids. Big up Jim, Ellie, Chang, and everyone in chat. Wishing everyone well. Thank you so much, Bobby. Sending you big kisses over there in Canada. Yeah, the VDV kids. Yeah, he's all right, isn't he? I mean, my personal view was, again, I thought we were slow in the first half. I thought it was a bit predictable and sluggish, but the second half, I thought we were so much better. VDV is levels above anything else we've got on that pitch, in my opinion. Literally levels above. But I thought Kulu was a little bit better. Maddison was better than he has been recently. You know, I just thought it was an all right performance. It wasn't anything to write home about, but we got the win, and that was the most important thing. You know, onwards and upwards, like I keep saying, but the most important thing for that game was for us to get the win. But I think to say that Burnley missed loads of chances, when you look at how many chances we had, their keeper probably had the game of his life.
Yeah.
He was incredible. So yeah, I mean, I don't know if Chang, would you give man of the match to Van der Ven, or is there someone else who you think was very good? Do you want to give a shout out to?
Van der Ven was definitely man of the match for me. I think no one else came close, because not only did he score the winner, but the multiple occasions that Oliver Skip was left exposed, it was always, more often than not, it was Van der Ven who came flying in from the left and mopping up after Oliver Skip. And I felt that that is why, Van der Ven has been so instrumental and so monumental for us this season. And I really hope that he does carry on this form into next season. I just hope though that Van der Ven doesn't then go on and put on a world-class tournament performance for the Dutch national team in the Euros, because otherwise then the likes of Real Madrid or PSG or Barcelona, Bayern Munich, they might come sniffing. But look, just looking at how he was celebrating, gesticulating, and pounding on the crest, that shows me that he's fully invested and will be here for hopefully many more seasons to come.
Yeah. I mean, Ellie, do you agree? Was Van der Ven your man of the match?
Yeah, but I don't agree that no one came near him on that performance. In terms of the overall Van der Ven, what he gives us, nobody comes close to him in terms of what the kudos he's got on the pitch. But in that game, I would say Porro had a very good game, right? He was at it, and he was joining the attack, and he was overlapping, right? And I personally thought Romero done well in defence. Maybe not bringing the ball out and passing it quick enough, in my book. He sort of hogs the ball a little bit like Lamela used to do. And he's looking, but he's not seeing the runs, right? Or he's too scared to play the ball, right? I mean, Sonny made some terrific runs again across the D, and he didn't find him. So, but defensively, did you see what he did when Romero saved us from that player scoring? He got it over them, and then Vicario just grabbed him, right? Yeah. It was so amazing. But I thought Porro, he's a close second, but I like Porro. I think he's full of passion, and he plays for the badge, that boy. He really does.
Yeah, he does. Massive shout out to the legend that's sitting on the panel, Mr. Chang, who's gifted 10 memberships. Bless your heart. Thank you so much. They've gone to Cole Simpson, Gary Ross, Mark CFC, Drula, Nicholas Collison, big up Nick, Philip Bidwell, Just a Harmless Potato, Merovingian, Tekken, and Ellie as well.
Come on.
So big up,
Yes.
Chang. Thank you so
Chang.
much.
Wow.
So generous.
You're very welcome.
I really appreciate it.
My only hope and my wish here is that some of these new members, I really do look forward to seeing some fresh new faces, possibly in the upcoming members call-in show. That will be really great. I mean, since it is Kate's birthday, why not let's just share in this occasion. Let's make it a monumental birthday for Miss Kate herself. Come and join the next members call-in show instead of, just rather having to type away in the chat. And we'd like to hear from you as well. Maybe bring in some fresh new faces and some fresh ideas to liven up this channel. Not that it's not lively enough, no, but you never know where the next spark of inspiration comes from. Put it this way, okay?
Exactly. And the next member show is actually Thursday, so it's a great time to become a member. But thank you so much, Chang. I really appreciate it.
You know what was nice about yesterday? Meeting Martin Knightsbridge and telling him how wonderful his blue wall is. It's fantastic. He's a lovely guy. He's a lovely guy. He was telling us a lot of personal stuff about his life, and it was so endearing. Such a lovely gentleman.
He is. Lovely. He's amazing.
Yeah. He's amazing. I love him.
Big up Bobby K says, Mama K got really mad when I asked her to wear my VDV kit to bed with nothing else. Everything was going well until I called her Mickey and nibbled on her ear. I don't know why she got so mad. Yeah, everyone's saying big up Chang. What a guy. I know. He is a legend. It will be interesting if Villa lose tonight. I can't see them getting anything from the game because it opens up the whole conversation of us with top four, which I'm going to get onto soon. Guna Paul said, is Van der Ven better than Romero? Speed, certainly, but that football IQ, do you think he's better? Will 100% with time will be.
I think they're even on defensive work, definitely.
Okay.
Because you take the speed away, Romero is a very good defender and his discipline has become quite exemplary, I think he's done marvellous under Ange Postecoglou to calm himself down, but he still played well within that defensive unit.
Yeah. Chang, do you have a preference or are you with Ellie?
I'm completely with Ellie here. I believe that, moving forward, there are so many options that we have, even with, if you look at the likes of Dragushin on the bench, and you don't have, and lest we forget the likes of Ashley Phillips, whom we still haven't seen yet, not to mention a certain Croatian who is still a teenager, but a towering giant of a teenager too, that is. So I think there is a lot of, don't get me wrong, there still is a lot of improvement, because if you look at the number of goals that we've conceded needlessly this season, whether it's on a counter, one long ball over the top, whether it's from set pieces, corners, you name it, there is a lot of work for Big Ange to get through in pre-season. But my only hope for next season and the seasons beyond is that whichever players are invested and truly believing in Big Ange's philosophy, if they have the kind of love for the club that all of us have, I really do look forward to better performances next season, especially defensively. Although I know it's not an overnight quick fix, and it will take time, maybe within a few windows to rectify. But yeah, the signs are there. The signs are very promising, and let's just hope for Daniel Levy, of all people now. Let's just hope for Daniel Levy to pull out his checkbook to really, splash when it matters now more than ever. Because I remember the last time I was on, I believe I mentioned last Wednesday with Queen Ellie over in Elsa Cockerell that we have a fortnight's window from the moment the summer window opens in 1st of June, And before the Euros take place on the 14th of June in Germany, we have a 2-week window to maybe make some big moves before that Euros, and hopefully get us whatever players that we need before these players then turn up the heat and their prices skyrocket because of their performances in the Euros. We wouldn't want that to happen. So let's just trust in Big Ange, and hopefully this is the summer that Daniel Levy proves us all wrong, that he isn't really a tight-fisted Scrooge, and we will be seeing trophies and silverware at Tottenham Hotspur Football Club very soon.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Big up to Coover with this comment. Mama Kay was probably mad because you were trying to stick your Brian Hill up at Emerson Royal. Oh, Coover, you do make me laugh. Jimbo, have you got a preference? Do you think Romero or Van der Ven is better than the other, or do you think just as a pairing they better each other? If you know what I mean.
I think that they're different in their own ways, aren't they? I mean, I love Romero can ping a pass and put it on a sixpence, and Van der Ven's speed. But I mean, look, if I had to pick one to stay in the team, it would be VDV without any shadow of a doubt. But I like Romero a lot, and I think they complement each other, and I think they're gonna be a really, really good pairing. As time goes on, they're going to get better and better. So
yeah, I agree. They've both got their attributes, haven't they? They have both got their attributes.
Yeah, Vindaloo, there is no way on this planet that VDV will go to Arsenal after playing for Tottenham.
He's proper coys already.
I think what you got to ask yourself, right? If Romero had VDV's speed, would you consider him a better player, a better defender than VDV? That's what you've got to look at. Right, because if you take away VDV's speed, is he as good a defender on the whole? Because Romero's stats are fabulous. They're even better than Saliba's. Yeah. And like Saliba's considered one of the best defenders in the world now, not yet alone England. So you've got to see it that way. Obviously the speed is a fantastic attribute, isn't it? Because it gets us out a lot of pickles. The style of play. I think if Postecoglou next year drops his defence back 5 yards, we'll win so many more games. That's what I believe.
Jimbo,
you know, Ellie says drop the defence back 5 yards.
That's it. I think you've got my chocolate milkshake because I've got strawberry.
I love strawberry.
I got strawberry.
Oh man, they sent. I don't know what's happened, but
have a complaint. Have a complaint. Do an email.
Are we going to go on to the Arsenal game at some time?
Yeah, we are. I'm just we'll go on to that in a minute.
He's getting impatient.
Oh no, he is. Big up to Lee Richards who says Pembrut Hapus. I've probably said that awfully wrong. Which means happy birthday in Welsh. Hope Ange and the team give you the birthday result you want tomorrow. Thank you very much. And thank you to Jose as well.
Welsh.
Kate, that dog is Vin Lethincet if she wants to chat to you about tomorrow. What?
Kate, that dog is Win. What does that mean?
I don't know.
Is that Welsh as well? It's been lost in translation.
I know. Duna Paul says, question to the panel. Who do you think Spurs will sign this year? Anyone else finding this lead up to the whole transfer window quiet? Of course, it's got to be due to the Euros. I personally think we will sign...
Grealish.
No, I think one of two. I think even Ivan Toney or Conor Gallagher, one of those two. But apart from anyone else, that's the only ones I can see. I don't know if anyone's got any ideas of who they think we're signing.
You mean the only signing we're going to get is Ivan Toney?
No, I'm saying I think they're the only ones that I think we definitely will sign, either Conor Gallagher or Toney. Yeah.
I think over Ivan Toney because there's big noises being made about him. Yeah, I think Ange might have warmed to him. You know?
Mm-hmm. I mean, Chang, what do you think of Ivan Toney?
I think his stats, his goals, his contributions speak for themselves. If it wasn't really for his attitude, if it really wasn't for all those comments that he made when he was on the brink of return, about how he wished he was playing somewhere else other than Brentford. I think that was kind of disrespectful of him to have said that, and I really wouldn't want this sort of a player. I mean, I know Big Ange wouldn't want anyone who's disruptive or negative to be within the squad, but as a striker, as a forward, I mean, he is a good striker, put it this way. I mean, there's no doubting it. His goals and assists speak for themselves. But is he the kind of player we want in the dressing room, especially, you know, when things aren't going well, when other clubs come calling, when the big bucks, start to write themselves with his name on it? Will he still want to be sticking around, or will he be negative influence in that dressing room? That's the main thing I want to, highlight. For me, honestly, there are two other players actually which I would prefer anytime over Ivan Toney, and both of them are actually in Crystal Palace right now. One of them is Olise and Aberrachi Eze.
Yeah, I
Aberrachi
agree.
Eze and Olise. Either one of them, to get both of them is unthinkable. I don't think Crystal Palace are going to release both of them to us.
No.
Just get one over the signing. I have a sneaky feeling it might be Eze actually, seeing how Son and some of our older English players were warming up to Eze in the post-match when we beat Palace earlier this calendar year. I have a sneaky feeling Son might use his connections, his link, his PR, so to speak, to try and get Eze to stay in London, but come to N17 instead of being over at Selhurst Park. So fingers crossed, we get either one of Aberrachi Eze or Olise in the summer transfer window.
My God,
Yeah.
Olise.
Yeah,
Do you know
I
who
know.
I would prefer? I love those two players if we could get them over the line. But I'd love to get Mbumu from Brentford. And Visser is a very good player as well. And what's his name? From West Ham, the
Mohamed Kudus.
Kudus, that's it.
Kudus.
I forgot his name for a minute. Kudus. Yeah, he's an exceptional player. He's got really great vision as well. So those three would be perfect for Spurs because they can move the ball quickly as well. Whereas Eze, he's more of a put your foot on the ball and think about it. Yeah. But he's a fantastic player. But I think those three would suit Ange Ball more because they can move the ball really quickly and they're fast. And Boomer's like lightning.
He is. Jim, we talked about this on the way down here. Do you see Richarlison having a future at Spurs?
Yeah, it's a hard one because I think with the right players around in our team, I think he could end up a real good player for us. I think he's done quite good this season, considering our front line's not great. He's scored how many goals? 13, I think.
11,
yeah.
I think.
No, 11.
11.
Is it 11? And he's been in and out the team with injuries, and our front line's not great, is it? Let's be honest, it hasn't been great. So I think he's done well. So I think with the right players in the team, he could be a player for us. I really do. But my gut feeling is he's going to be going.
Yeah.
That's my gut
I
feeling.
agree. I think he's gone in the summer.
Smith would be so upset.
I know. I mean, Ellie, do you see him being here in the summer? I think he's gone myself, but
well, Lee Smithy Smith, we had a pint of cider each. We shared some chips, and we were talking about Richie for most of the conversation. Right, I just feel sorry for Lee Smithy Smith because I know how it feels when your player is not that well liked by a lot of sections of the fans, but there are lots of sections of the fans who do like him and they like what he does for the team because he's a team player, right? I really do believe in that because I watch Richarlison very closely, like many others, and I do see that he does work hard, and he's not the most technical player, but he's not the least technical player in our team. There's many more that are less technical than him. And I think maybe we move on other players rather than him and have him as a squad player. I think he can have his use. He scored 11. I don't know how many matches he's played. Probably about 18, 19 matches from the start. Not from the start, like overall, he's probably played about 23, 24, I believe. So he's done quite well. You know, I know we can get better, but as a squad player, I just think he's worth keeping. And I've changed my stance on that so many times, you know. But I just feel sorry for Lee Smithy Smith because he absolutely adores him. And when I phone him up, I have to go, brr, 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 and he knows who it is without even me speaking.
I know. I know.
Yeah.
Chang, do you think Richarlison's got a future at Spurs, or do you think he's going this summer?
The only way I can see him having a future at Spurs is if he is willing to be a big part player, because if Big Ange really is serious and if it really is going to be challenging for honours, let alone top 4 next season, I can't see Richarlison banging those goals week in, week out the same way a certain Harry Kane did for us in so many seasons prior, where we absolutely took for granted, thinking that those golden boot winning seasons would just last forever. It's kind of a tough one to have to answer, but if a big enough offer does come in for him, I can't see Daniel Levy not pulling the trigger and not ushering him out the door. But if he's willing to fight for his place, if he wants to compete with whomever is going to be coming in, which I am very, very sure, I am now more certain than ever that Big Ange will insist on getting a tried and proven number 9 to compete with Richarlison if Richarlison is staying. So there's my answer. If Richarlison is, he's willing to stay around, hang around, and fight for his place, I'm all for it. But if the right offer comes in for him, who's to say that we won't promote the likes of a Dane Scarlett, whom I was quite impressed with, by the way. I didn't even mention Dane Scarlett earlier during the match review, but he impressed me when he came on, and I think he's ready to be on the bench at the very least for next season. I mean, I could be wrong. I'm not Big Ange. I don't know what his plans are for the likes of Dane Scarlett, but yeah, but you never know. You never know whether Richarlison will be here next summer, or will Dane Scarlett be taking his place. It's still up for grabs, we should say. That's number 9 spot, and let's hope for Big Ange to make the right decisions for us going forward.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I think Richie's gone. I like him. I've wanted him out. I've wanted him in. I've changed my opinion so many times, but it's just, number 1, I don't think it's clinical enough, and number 2, he's too injury prone for me. I think we can do better, but I wish him luck if he goes.
It's true.
No harbour. I don't harbour any ill will towards him. But
yeah, it's like you're on the. It's a tough one with Richie because he's likable as well, because the way he works for the team,
and he loves. He's got the passion.
Yeah. He plays for the badge, that's true. But if we want to move forward and want to be better, we have to be ruthless, because we've kept hold of players out of sentiment in the past, haven't we? Like Dyer and Davies and Sanchez. They outlived their welcome, but they kept them on. And we have to be ruthless as a football club if we want to be the top and compete. Yeah, like Arsenal did. They threw out Aubameyang. Yeah, he was coming to bloody training late and doing his own thing and being a nuisance. So Arteta said, right, you're gone. We've got to be like that. And I'm sure Big Ange has got his little black book where he's saying, right, you're gone. And he's kept them all. Yeah, because he's a ruthless manager. He has got that in him.
Yeah, I mean, for me on this, it's yes. Jim, is it yes or no? Do you sell Richie?
Well, I agree with what Ian Meth says there.
I know, but you've got to say yes or no.
Well, I'm not going to say yes or no. It depends on the price we can get for him. Okay.
Okay, so
Because-
if
So
the
we get-
price is right, if the price is
If the
right,
price
would you
is
say
right,
yes?
Let's say
sell and
50
upgrade.
mil. Let's say 50 mil.
I would take the 50 mil, yes. 50 million
Yeah,
for
100%.
Richarlison, I would take it in a heartbeat.
That's a
Yeah.
£10 million depreciation. If
Yeah.
I take a few quid.
I'd take 30 to get rid of him if we're going to get someone better. I'm not going to lie, but yeah, and I agree with Ben. I don't think Scarlett is good enough either, but we haven't really
I
seen.
I disagree because Harry Kane was nowhere near what he was at the end of his career. Like when he first started, when he first played, did you think he was going to become that good?
No, I
Yeah.
didn't.
No,
Nobody,
No, of course
nobody
not.
can put. I don't think many fans would say Harry Kane would become that brilliant a player and an all-round player. So Dane Scarlett, give him time. He's been at our club since he was 8 years old. This boy, he's got a fabric of Spurs
AJ.
and blue and white running right through him. So he's built himself up now. He's becoming a proper man in terms of his physique, and his movement was brilliant. The only one I'll criticise him, he should have made a diagonal angle when Sonny had the ball, and he would have fanned him. But he stood behind the.
Yeah.
He did a burner. But he'll learn because he's new to the game in terms of not new to football, but he's new to the Premiership at that level. Yeah. So he's got to learn, hasn't he?
Yeah, of course he has. Thank you very much, John James, for noticing the haircuts. Big up to you.
Yeah.
Richie was repping the new Spurs kit.
As well.
Thank you. Vindaloo has to stop the gas light, and it's getting out of hand, bruv. Everything about Spurs, you suddenly gaslight. We won't do you a favour tomorrow. We will throw that game. I will get onto that. I'm not going to ignore it. Big up to Farshar. Marcus Edwards has the advantage under UEFA rules of being squad trained for us. Happy birthday, Kate. Have a great day. Thank you very much. Yeah, obviously the title race again. Man City comfortably won against Fulham. I don't think many people thought it was going to be any different to that. We know what City are like. Jim, did you? I was going to ask you if you watched the game then, but I watched it with you. What did you think of City performance against Fulham on Saturday morning?
Well, Fulham were woeful, I thought, and City, just the City, and they stepped it up when they had to. But I was surprised at the score. I thought Fulham might do a bit better, but they're not fighting for nothing, are they? So I think they're half on the beach anyway. And City, City turn it up again when they need to, and they were just good. It could have been more goals. And I take my hat off to the defender who had 2 goals and they offered him the penalty, and he refused it because he said it was more important that they definitely got the goal. So it was typical City.
I mean, did you watch it and think, these are going to be champions? They're not going to drop a point, or?
Well, I don't. Can we get into that when we talk about the City game tomorrow? Because I don't really want to say, because I'm going to be giving away what I'm going to say about that.
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Chang, did you watch the City game? I thought I have to just quick.
Under me cock roll.
Go on, Chang.
Okay, so for the City game, I wasn't able to watch it because I had to join Mr. Alan Clark's time at on pre-match pump-up, which he did an hour earlier than usual. He did his pump-up, I believe, at 1 p.m., 2 hours before kickoff, so I wasn't able to watch the City game, but I did see highlights of it prior to our kickoff. And I mean, City were just dominant from start to finish. And if the highlights did Fulham any justice, I think Fulham hardly had a sniff at goal. I could be wrong. They could have cut out some of the chances that Fulham could have mustered on the day. But I mean, this is one of those games when you look at City and you just think to yourself, how good would it have been for us to be able to turn up at Craven Cottage earlier this year? immediately after we won 4-0 convincingly against Aston Villa, only to then, get pummeled by Fulham at Craven Cottage. So this game just highlights to me why I had City as my firm favourites to not only retain their title, but to win an unprecedented fourth consecutive Premiership. I think it was the first ever members calling show when I came on when I said that, and this is evidence to that. I have no illusions that City will take us to the cleaners as well tomorrow, because this is very similar to how Arsenal whooped. I believe they whooped Chelsea. Was it? I think they whooped Chelsea 5-0 prior to us beating them in the North London derby, and this was very similar to that. City whooping Fulham, yet another London-based club, 4-0, and who's to say we won't ship 3 or 4 tomorrow? But that's I will leave that for later when we do the preview, tomorrow's preview. But City were definitely good for the win, and the Fulham red card at the end pretty much summed up their evening for them. So no surprises there. Fulham pretty much caved in against the title contenders, or rather the title favourites for me anyway.
Yeah. Ellie, did you watch that and
Yeah.
think this is the performance of the champions this year?
Yeah, I watched it in the pub and it was so entertaining. I think they moved the ball so splendidly. It's
They
like a
did.
joy. It's a joy to watch. And Gavardiol, what a player.
Oh,
No.
do you know what? He's brilliant.
Yeah, we missed out on him again.
Yeah.
Another player we missed out on. But the thing is, they've seized the power, so they're getting all the glory because they've got the kudos to get all these players, and we're sort of lacking. We've let ourselves go. So when I was watching that, I was thinking that could have been us.
Yep.
You know, I really was. And we could have even had Foden because he was thinking of coming to us when he was younger. I read. All right.
Oh
so
my God, don't say that.
Yeah. So all these players we let slip as well. Michael Elise was at Man City. We could have snapped him up. Cole Palmer. You know, there's all these players that, all right, Man City haven't got now, but they're just as good to get into that Man City team. Those players they let go. Who wouldn't say Cole Palmer can't get into the Man City team now and that performance this season? He would, right? So
I know.
I just like the way they play. I think they work for each other. It's not all about tactical awareness or technical ability. It's their hard work, their sheer hard work and working as a team and really trusting each other. You know, it oozes class at Man City, and they're a joy to watch, like I said. So I really did enjoy that they kept up with Arsenal as well. You know, they didn't let it slip, because sometimes you think Man City, they get into that mojo, don't they? And you know they're not going to slip up. So Arsenal, this is a message to all Arsenal fans. Even if we throw the game, right? Even if we throw the game, you still got to do your business against Everton, right?
Yeah.
There's going to be 2 points in it. And if West Ham pull a result out at Man City and you win it on goal difference, I'll be crying my eyes out, I'm telling you. I even got a cough from it.
I have to say, yesterday's game, we did sit down to watch Man United Arsenal because I was so looking forward to it, and I was so desperately disappointed at the lack of any sort of fight from Manchester United. I mean, people were talking about Tottenham throwing a game. It looked to me yesterday like Man United threw that game. They did not look like they wanted to score a goal. It was an absolute disgrace. Jim, you're shaking your head. Do you disagree with me?
Yeah, massively. Massively. I don't think. I think Man United were trying. I got to say, right? I got to say this. Saliba, what a player! I think
I've been telling you that for months.
I know. I've said it, but I watched him yesterday, and he had Man United's front line in his pocket. He's just he was magnificent. They were trying to score.
They weren't. I won't have it. They were trying.
I think Arsenal's defence.
You can't disagree with me, Jim. It's my birthday. You can't disagree. You've got to say you're right, darling. For one day only.
Oh, you're right,
Man
darling.
City.
Thank you. I know.
Come on. I've got Man
I'm
City
just-
colours. Come on. This is the Vindaloo. Man City. City.
They had
That's the
Man
voice
United
of
had 2
the
shots on target. Chang, do you think Man United were trying? Do you think it was just they were crap? But I mean, I thought Arsenal were terrible yesterday.
Well, Man United weren't actively at the races yesterday, but from what I saw in the highlights over on a match of the day 2 earlier this morning, I saw that the moment I saw the likes of Casemiro and Johnny Evans named as centre backs against Arsenal, that I think was a catastrophe already in the making. And when I saw that first goal that Trossard scored, Kai Havertz, he had all the time and the space on the right wing to just cut in and lay it across for him to tap in, and that just tells you how woeful Manchester United have been this whole season. Not just this game, but pretty much for a few seasons now. That defense of theirs is absolutely a shambles, and to even have Johnny Evans, however old he is right now, still be playing at this level when Manchester United have all the funds and all the finances in order to get themselves pretty much any defender at their own at their own whim and fancy. This wasn't the way to show up against Arsenal, one of the most hated rivals since the 90s. Because I remember we were speaking about Arsene Wenger and Alex Ferguson. I think was it Wednesday or Friday, we were talking about them, and this was no different. I felt that Arsenal, they could have scored more. Arsenal should have scored more, actually, a lot more, but somehow or other, United kept the score only at 1-0, so it still is very much in a balance. Although, because Manchester City won by 4 and Arsenal only won by 1, that goal difference has been reduced now. The arrears have been reduced, and that might come into play at the last day of the season. We don't know for sure yet until City play us tomorrow, but Arsenal's failure to capitalize on Manchester United naming Casemiro and Johnny Evans as central defenders might come back to bite them next weekend. We'll never know, but this was one of those games that Arsenal were definitely good for the win, but I felt that they should have scored a lot more. Back to you, Miss Kate.
Yeah, I do agree. Big up Steve D. Says, I know you've tried keeping it under wraps, but happy birthday. Thank you so much for the super chat. Bless your heart. Jimbo, you're disagreeing with Kate, but can you tell me when they actually tried shooting? Sorry, mate, but you're proper wrong.
They did have a few shots that went wayward, and they were a bit greedy. Some of the forward line were a bit greedy trying to run it into the box, but Saliba had them wrapped up. I don't think they threw the game, and I think that they wanted to get something out of it. And they wasn't great. And I don't think Arsenal were great. It's her birthday.
Yeah, you can't. It's illegal.
I don't think either team was great, but overall, I think they were trying to get something out of it, man. I don't think they threw it. No,
Arsenal were crap today, but like they say, the only thing that counts is 3 points. Did you see our bench? Yes, I did. Big up Chelsea boys saying happy birthday and hello to everyone. Hope you're well. Both were crap, but Everton will be an easy beat and could well beat Arsenal or beat Arsenal. Oh, will not be an easy win and could well beat Arsenal. You said that, didn't you, Jimbo? That Everton could turn Arsenal over. Yeah. They were terrible, Arsenal. I think that's one of the worst performances I've seen. But
no, I think Everton are a team.
Go on, Jim.
I think Everton are a team where, when it's a big occasion and they want to step up, I think that they can and they do sometimes put in a performance. And I think for them to beat Arsenal, for them will be a big scalp.
Yeah.
So I think that they could step up and they could beat them. You know, I'm going to predict what when we talk about the game, the City Tottenham game, what I think is going to happen for the rest of the season. The last few games.
Saliba was brilliant. yesterday. A lot of Arsenal players went quiet. Saka, Martin, Odegaard, Ben White wasn't great. I don't feel Arsenal got out of first gear. Once it was 1-0 up, the game was finished. I mean, we did all notice that Saka limped off again, as he tends to do. Big up to you, Steve D. What's that? He's getting his black coffee fix. Thanks, Bob. Bob Everett says, I thought United had to have a reaction after the Palace game. We weren't at our best, but didn't have to be. Saliba had 3 man of the match performances. Yeah, he was epic yesterday.
Yeah, it was brilliant.
I wasn't nervous though because our defence is so good. Have Aston Villa been better than us this season? A lot of Spurs fans said Villa ain't nothing on us, but they've been marvellous. Do you agree? If you go back to the terrace months and months ago, I think it was my first or second appearance, I said they're finished above us. I think they've been much better than we have and far more entertaining to watch. Chang, would you agree, or do you think we're about level? Or
I have to agree that because even before the start of the season, in the pre-season itself, they were really showing intent to make up for their disappointment last season, where they threw away something like, I think, the longest time that they spent at the top of the table without actually winning the Premiership. I think that set a new record last season. The number of consecutive weeks that Arsenal spent at the top of the table without actually winning the Premiership. And this season, I thought they would kick on. They would definitely perform better than us, seeing as how we already sold Harry Kane to Bayern Munich without actually signing a replacement for him before the end of the transfer window. I think that really hurts us a lot this season. So they were definitely good for the money to finish above us this season. And anyone who thinks otherwise, I mean, we are all Spurs supporters, but at the end of the day, you just have to face up to certain facts. And the fact is that Arsenal have been far, far, far better than us this season. Their league position shows that much. And the way they just dismantled us that first half in the North London derby, that was just so disappointing to watch as a Spurs fan. But if you're an Arsenal fan, then you have every right to believe that you still have a big chance of lifting the title come next Sunday. I mean, I know that 7 days from now, a week from now, next Monday, we'll be talking about who won the Premiership, how close it was, where Spurs will be finishing, or rather where Spurs will be playing next season if you do make it into Europe. So Arsenal, congratulations to you. As much as it pains me for me to say this, but you were definitely miles ahead of us this season. But next season is going to be a completely different ball game, seeing as how Big Ange will definitely get his signings in. And let's just see what next season brings for the North London rivalry.
Yeah.
Can I say something before what Chang said?
Yeah, of course you can.
Don't go there, Chang. Honestly, I don't want anything to do. I hate Arsenal. I absolutely despise Arsenal. I don't like them, right? Because they did the dirty on us in a lot of ways, right? So the history books tell it. I don't have to go into it, but if you need to know, just contact me or Adrian Stroker and you'll find out. But having said that, I disagree with that, Chang, about the Arsenal game, right? We played better than them. 100% we played better than them on that day. It was just details that lost us the game. Højbjerg scoring our own goal. He was the only man marking, right? The second goal, we switched off again. They scored a set piece, right? And the third one is because we play a high line and we were going for a goal. We were trying to get back in the game at 2-0. So we were trying to get back and then they score because we play the high line. So they're details. But when we actually, if you look at the way we played football, we were the better footballing side on that day. We were. And that's just my opinion. We were the better footballing side. We played very well in that second half and we deserved something out of the match. I don't care what Vindaloo said. He can do a Vindaloo. Sorry, you can do one.
I'm going to go Taylor saying, Chang, brother, we have to lose more by 5-0 to boost Man City's goal difference. Bobby K saying, Hoover, Ben, do you know it's Kate's birthday? Big up, Bobby, for the super chat. And Hoover's replied, Bobby K, birthday, really? She kept that quiet. Thank you both for your super chats. We are going to go on to now, obviously, the elephant in the room, if you like. Tottenham versus Man City tomorrow. We all know the repercussions of this game. I'm going to say my bit before I hand over to everyone else. I hope City smash us 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10-0. I don't care. I can't cope with the thought of Arsenal winning the league. I've been quite magnanimous about it and said whatever happens. And I do truly believe, even if we lose, even if we beat City, I don't think you can say we've handed them the title because they've been the best team this year, in my opinion. However, the thought of it makes me actually feel like vomiting. And as it's my birthday, I'm speaking the truth. And I'm saying, come on, Spurs, go out there, get smashed up 7, 8-0. And let's get Man City the title. And that's shameless. It's embarrassing. And if it was another team saying it, I'd be calling them a bunch of wankers. But that's how I feel. And now, Jimbo, I'm coming over to you because I know you're going to disagree with me massively.
Massively. Look, I'm going to start with, right? Hang on 1 second. What's that, Wills? No, thanks, darling. Do you want anything from the shops?
No, thank you.
No, thank you. My son is so gorgeous. I'm going to say massively, right? First of all, that anybody who throws a game, right, should be docked points.
No. I don't want us to throw it. I want us to just play the way we're playing because City will steamroll us.
All right, look, I'll give my prediction, right? I'll give my prediction. I want Spurs to win. I don't want us to lose any game, and I don't care if it ends Arsenal the title. Don't care. I don't want my team to lose. And I know I'm in the minority with that. But if Arsenal win the title, right, they deserve it. And I'll be happy for people like Vindaloo and who else comes in here? Is it Bob?
Bob Everett. Yeah, but it's people like Egal that
nice
I have people. To deal with.
They're always respectful to us. So if they win it, I'll be the first to congratulate them. But them don't abused you, I don't want them to win it for them. Because they don't people like that, but for people like Vindaloo and Bob, and there's a couple of
I'll be pleased for them.
But look, let me tell you what I think is going to happen with this. Right? I don't think Villa are going to win another game this season. Right? So I think if we beat City, we'll finish 4th. Right? But I honestly think that I'm going to say this, and people have not heard me say this too often. I think we'll lose against City because I just think that not only are they a much better team than us, but they win when they need to win. And I think we will lose to City. And you've not heard me say that all season. But I don't want us to lose, not by any means. And I don't care what any Tottenham fan thinks of me. I don't want my team to lose tomorrow, and that's as simple as that. I don't think Arsenal will lose another game this season, and I don't think City will lose another game this season. I don't think Villa will win another game this season, and I think we'll lose to City, beat Sheffield, and end up one game behind. One game cost us 4th. But I'd rather get 4th. I'd rather beat City, beat Sheffield, and get 4th.
Yeah, but it'll be typically Spursy. It'll be Spurs.
We could get 4th by drawing, guys. We could draw with Man City, and then they'll go level with Arsenal, because we're 4 points behind them at the moment. So we'll be 3 points behind them with a game in hand. And then we'll have to score a lot against Sheffield United, and then they'll have to lose a lot. Like, I think they're 20 goals, we're 12. They're plus 20, we're plus 12. So we can actually draw with City and still get 4th. On goal difference. It's going to be a tough ask, but we could mathematically do it.
Big up, AJ, for the super chat saying Blue Moon. Listen, if we win against City, I will celebrate because we beat City. But the thought of Arsenal winning the league makes my tummy hurt. Chang, how do you feel about this whole scenario?
Before you go to Chang, can I just ask you, right? Why would you let it bother you if they win the league? Why?
Because they're our rivals.
Doesn't matter, does it? What does it matter? I mean, I don't see why it hurts people so much. I don't, honestly.
Jim.
I don't like them.
What?
I don't like Arsenal. They did
We're
the
rival.
rival.
I understand that. I mean,
They should have stayed in South London, the South Londoners.
if you ask me who I prefer to win it, I would say City, right? Because I'm a Tottenham fan. But I won't let it affect my life if they win it. If they win it, they win it, and they deserve to win it. At the end of the day, I've watched some Arsenal games this season that I've really enjoyed with the football they've played. You know, I just don't. I don't
They've
get
been
the
pants as well. Earlier this
What?
season, they were pants, Arsenal. They were rubbish earlier in the season.
Well, they ain't done that bad, are they? Have they?
No,
I mean,
no,
Ian,
but earlier in the season, they weren't that good. Everybody
but
Ian
was
Meth
writing
says-
them off.
stepped it up.
Ian Myth says, I'm really disappointed to hear Spurs supporters not wanting a Spurs win. Listen,
Yeah, thank
if
you,
we
Ian.
win, I will celebrate. But if we win and that causes Arsenal to win the league, it's going to leave a really bitter taste in my mouth. But Chang, I'm going to come to you next, see what you think.
So there's one particular detail that Queen Ellie brought up earlier that really caught my attention, the mathematical probabilities going into the final week of the season. And I feel that whatever the result between Liverpool and Villa later tonight, I think that's going to affect what Big Ange is going to do tomorrow, seeing if he feels that there is a mathematical possibility that we might just squeeze into fourth because of the games that Villa have lined up for them. The next one being Liverpool, especially, that might actually come into play. I mean, we will know in about 7 hours time from now, once that game is over. So that might actually have a big bearing on what Big Ange sets up for our final league game of the season against City tomorrow. But honestly, I mean, I have to agree with Mr. James wholeheartedly here with how I feel about us, Tottenham Hotspur Football Club, and not anyone else. Not your Chelseas, not your Arsenals, not your Uniteds or Cities or Liverpools or anyone else. I'm a Spurs supporter first and foremost. I want us to do well, regardless if it's a pre-season friendly, a post-season friendly, Europa competition, the league, domestic cups, whatever the competition, whatever the occasion, I just want us to do well. And if that means beating the reigning champions, the title contenders on our final league home game of the season, then so be it. Of course, it would also leave a very bitter aftertaste for me as well. I'm not going to lie, if Arsenal were to lift the title, because I've got a lot of hate, a lot of flack, a lot of grief from Woolwich fans, even here in Asia, let alone those in social media. So I mean, I would love to see anything. I would love to see any other team lift the title other than them. But if it means us purposely throwing the tie against City, then I'm not having it, unfortunately. But if we do lose the tie, then that's just the way the game goes. I mean, we lost fair and square. We can't do anything more than that. But to say that we are going to throw the tie, I mean, that is just that just defies the sport as a whole. That's just very unsportsmanlike. Let's put it this way. It could that might be me as a nation speaking about how I see the game and how I see this fixture being played out. But as a Spurs fan, first and foremost, yes, I want us to win every single match that we play in. That's just
Chang, I completely agree. If we go out there and we play the best we can play and put up a fantastic fight and they beat us, great. You know, it is what it is. We've lost. But I don't want us to just throw the game. That's as bad as City's cheating as far as I'm concerned. And as I said, if we go out and play beautiful handball for 90 minutes and win, I will still celebrate exactly the same as I would any other win, because it's going to go to the last day and it can still all change. So it's just hard. It's a very hard situation to be in. I mean, Ellie, what do you think?
Yeah, it's true, Kate, because we play out of our skins. They haven't scored at our ground as well, remember, apart from the FA Cup. We've beaten them every single time under Jose, under Conte, and before that as well. We've beaten them, right? So, you know what? If we draw, for example, just take this scenario. We haven't lost. They're level points with Arsenal, so it's going to go on the last game anyway. But if we do beat them, Arsenal will be 1 point ahead. So they'll still need to win the title, won't they? Right? Because if they lose or they draw, Man City win the title. So it's all going to go on the last game. So I don't want us to throw the game. I'm a Spurs fan, first and foremost, right? Even though I despise Arsenal with every bit of my being, everybody. I despise them. Right? I don't like the club. I don't like their fans. I don't like what they did to you, Kate and Jimbo. They ruined your experience when it should have been a lovely experience.
Yeah.
They came to our ground and
a very small minority.
That's a small minority.
Though.
Small minority.
It is. The Arsenal fans they get on here and lovely.
Whoever it is, a small minority or a big minority, they were singing that Postecoglou song as well, which was horrible.
Yeah.
So so I just don't
like it. Can I say?
But all fans do that.
Yeah, of course they do, but I just don't like it. I think it's unsporting when you mention the manager and call him fat as well. That's not nice. Not nice.
No.
I just don't like it. I've said my piece. I want us to win, and I want it to go on the last game of the season. The league set it up like that, didn't they? Yeah. So if Arsenal win the league, it's the league's fault. They're all fiddlers. They fiddled for Arsenal before in the past, and they're doing it again.
Listen, if Arsenal win the league, it's because they're the best team, and they have been the best team this year, in my eyes. Yeah. And if you get what you deserve, they will win it.
It's beautiful whether they've been the best team, because I think Man City play better football than them.
I disagree. They do at times, but consistently.
I prefer watching Man City play than Arsenal. And that's not being biased. Wow. I love the way Man City play. I think they're fabulous. You know, I just think they're great. And they've had a lot of changes and they've coped with it. And they're still they've got to the FA Cup final, right? And Arsenal didn't, did they? And they've pushed Arsenal. Really, they've been topping Arsenal. If they go 2 points clear, they only need even if they draw against West Ham, it's going to go on goal difference, depending on how many goals they beat us by.
Can I say?
Just 1 minute, Jim, before you speak, I just want to say a massive shout out to my one of the best people I've ever had the pleasure of meeting in my whole life. Leo says, I wish I could be there to give you a huge hug, my friend. Happy birthday. I love you, Kate. Love you millions, Leo. Thank you so much for the super chat. Mwah. Yeah. I wish you were here to give me a big hug too, but I'll have a virtual hug. But go on, Jimbo.
I was going to say, someone put in the chat, if you're a true Spurs fan, you don't want Arsenal to win the league. But if you're a true Spurs fan, you don't want Spurs to lose. I'm not saying I want Arsenal to win the league, not at all. Yeah. What I'm saying is I don't want Spurs to lose, and I don't care what happens after. Right? I don't want my team to lose ever. Not any game. I don't care. I don't care what it involves. I don't want my team to lose because I am a proper Spurs fan. Because I don't want my team to lose ever.
The thing is, whatever we do, Jimbo and Kate and Chang, whatever we do, if we lose 5-0, they're going to say we threw the game. They will, won't they? They'll say we threw the game.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just doing a poll for the chat. I want to see what the chat thinks. It's a difficult one. I don't ever want it to happen, and I love the fact that we are City's bogey team, so to beat them would be incredibly satisfying. But I mean, at the end of the day, we could lose to City and Arsenal lose anyway, and then the loss means nothing. Do you know what I mean? So it's such a predicament.
I was saying to my brother Kate, right? I was saying to him, if we draw the game, right? If we draw the game, right, it's going to go on the last match anyway, all right, and then it's going to go on goal difference, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it all depends who wins the most, because they're 3 goals ahead. So if Arsenal win 1-0 and then City win 5-0 against West Ham, City win it. I mean, it can work out that. So we can still not lose the game. But if we win the game, Arsenal are 1 point ahead. Yeah, so it's still going to go on the last game. So I'd rather us win. I don't want us to lose.
Yeah.
I mean, on the fact that we got the abuse at Arsenal, and on the fact that a couple of people have said about Arsenal fans, they are a very small minority.
Yeah, massively
the
small
Arsenal
minority.
fans, hang on, Jim. The Arsenal fans I have that come in here have always been utterly respectful. And when it came out that everyone found out on YouTube what had happened, I had so many Arsenal fans, some I didn't even know, messaging me saying sorry and they're embarrassed. And you know what, you get it in every fan base. I've heard Tottenham fans say some dreadful things. So you do get it in every fan base. But I do truly believe, everything's written in the stars. So if Arsenal should win it, you get what you deserve. So if they should win it, they will win it. It's as easy as that. But I mean, there's a chance City could win it, and then it gets stripped from anyway, and then it might go to Arsenal.
But do you know what? The season should play out how it's going to play out, and everybody should try and win. And how it plays out is how it should be. So if we beat City and they go on to win it, and then that's how it's meant to be. But if our team go out there and don't try, I'll be pissed off. I'll tell you that now.
Yeah. I mean, if there was any sign that, not that it would happen, because I know for a fact Ange Postecoglou wouldn't ever throw a game. But if there was any signs that they did, that'd be a disgrace. And I'd be embarrassed to be a Spurs fan if there was any sort of... But you're right, Ellie. A lot of Arsenal fans, if we do lose, will say that we threw the game. But the fact is, they've been slagging us off for being shit all year. So it shouldn't be a surprise if we do lose, because we're different gravy. City are different gravy to us.
I've had bad experience with Arsenal fans in the past, so I do apologise if I spoke out of turn. I don't.
No, you're fine.
Because
I'm just saying,
with my family, I've had really bad experience. But other than that, I think Arsenal fans in here are fabulous, and there are fabulous Arsenal fans all around the world who are very genuine and they love their club like we love our club.
Yeah.
Every fan, you support your club how you want to. You can't be told what to say. That's how you support your club. If the fans want us to throw the game, that's their prerogative. Me personally, I don't want us to throw the game. I want to beat Man City, and I want to beat them well, because we want to be like them. We want to be the Man City, don't we?
Of course we do.
We don't want to be 1 in 24 years.
Yeah,
they've already won. They're going to win one this season because they're easily going to beat Man United. So they've equalled our record in one season. See, I don't want that.
They've never scored at our ground.
Who would have thought? Who would have thought in 1981 when we beat them in the cup final that they'd be the team that excels and we're the team that has only won 1 in 24? It's sad. It's very sad for our club that we're languaging and people are saying we're trophy dodgers. That hurts in your heart, doesn't it?
Yeah. We are the only team. We are their bogey team. But I agree with Ben. The best thing for Arsenal is for Villa to get smashed up tonight by Liverpool, because Tottenham will be playing for Champions League, and that's what Arsenal want. If Villa win comfortably, or it gives us nothing to play for. But as I say, there's no way, I hope anyway, that we would ever throw a game. Like I say, I'd be disgusted.
What about this scenario, Kate? What about this scenario? They win the league, we play Champions League as well, and we beat them in the Champions League final. How about that?
Oh my God, Ellie, don't. I think
Spurs.
Do you know what, Ellie? I don't want to be crass, but I'm a little bit moist that you even just said that.
You know what I mean? I thought I'd put that one out there, Kate, for your birthday. Come on.
Vindaloo's put Spurs get top 4 or Arsenal win the league. Choose one. For me, no, I'm going to go to everyone else first.
Kate, does he mean he means that they win the league and we get top 4?
No, it means they win the league. And no, he doesn't. He said choose one. Spurs get the top 4 and Arsenal don't win the league, or Arsenal win the league No, Spurs get top 4, but Arsenal win the league, or Spurs
Yeah.
don't get top 4 and Arsenal. Oh, I don't know. I can't get
And
the
Arsenal
words
don't-
right.
Yeah, that's
but
what he
it's one or
means.
the
He means
other.
if Arsenal win the league,
Yeah.
Arsenal win the league and we
Yeah,
get
if
top
Arsenal
4,
win the league, we get top 4. Yeah.
I take top 4 all day long. That means we beat City. So I take top 4 all day long.
Mr. Chang.
No brainer, absolute no brainer. From where we've been this whole season, how we can even get top 4, considering how we've lost 4 consecutive league games prior to beating Burnley, is just miraculous. I mean, we have no right to be in top 4. The way we lost to Newcastle, Chelsea, Arsenal, and also to Liverpool. If you look at the goals that we conceded and how difficult it was to even get one goal from any of those games, for us to even squeeze into the top 4, it would just make me think more highly of Big Ange and the amount of effort he's put into this club, especially those first 10 games where he went on to win 3 consecutive Manager of the Month awards. That is just monumental and astounding. So yes, I would take top 4 anytime, even if it means gifting Woolwich the title. But that's just me as a Spurs fan anyway.
LA,
Yeah.
top 4 if Arsenal win the league.
Can I address what Chang said as well? Because I'd like to add something. And also, we got 26 out of 28 points, and that was a Premiership record. Remember, everybody. All right, we dropped off after that Chelsea game, yeah, and then we've lost 4 in a row. But I think we will deserve it. I think we will deserve top 4 because you get what you deserve in this league. And if Arsenal win the league, they will have deserved it. All right, they would have. All right, so I would rather us make top 4 and they don't win the league, right? I like that scenario. We make
I
top
know.
4, but they don't win the
Is-
league.
But if
I'd
that's
say-
not the scenario.
I know. I'd say let us make top 4.
Yeah.
I'd
Yeah,
take
I
top
agree.
4.
We've got to
And we can beat them in
concentrate.
the final.
We've got to concentrate on our team. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter what any other team's doing. If we get top 4 and it means them winning the league, I'll take it. It's as easy as that.
Kate, we've got to keep you moist. We've got to
Yeah,
keep
we've
you
got-
moist. Dreaming of that Champions League final against Arsenal.
I want to see Merson get a Tottenham tattoo. Apparently, yeah, he said he's going to get a Tottenham tattoo if Tottenham beats City, and they win the league. And this is a really tricky one. Who would you rather win, your North London rivals or cheats like Man City? The thing is, I think if I was really truthful in my heart, I'd rather Arsenal win it, simply because I hate the fact that City have cheated, because then everything they've won is a lie.
LB.
Yeah, LB. I've said this to LB, but I know they're not proven guilty, but it makes me sick that they could have bought all of these years of glory. So it's a real difficult one
Do you
for
know
me.
what, Kate? Where there's money, there's vice, right? And where there's football, there will be always cheating. There might be a little cheat or a big cheat, like allegedly they've done. All right, they've got 115 charges against them, so they've got a lot of answering to do, haven't they? And if they are found guilty and they had the book thrown at them and they are relegated to League 2, they would have deserved that as well. Because if they've cheated their way, well, we know they have cheated somewhat, because you don't get 115 charges for no reason. Whether they can make them all stick, that's another question.
Yeah, it's a difficult one, because I would hate for any team to win anything unfairly. Whereas if Arsenal do win it, we know they've done it fairly. There's been no cheating involved. So
but Arsenal did cheat their way. Arsenal did cheat their way into the top flight. They bribed.
Yeah, but that was 100 million years ago.
Well, not really. It was just before the war. We gave them our grand, right? We gave them our grand, and that's why they got blue and white in their badge. They didn't have blue and white in their badge, and they cheated us. We finished bottom of the league. We went for election. We didn't get the election, and they allegedly bribed the thing, and they were bribing all the managers to get them up in the top league. And then they came to North London. They had to cheat to come to North London as well. Like they
Yeah.
should have stayed in Plumstead, Woolwich, where they belong.
See,
There you
this
go,
is what I
I'm putting
like.
it in there.
This is what I like. Arsenal fans saying they don't want Tottenham to beat City. They never would want Spurs to win. And I love that, you know, because it's quite shameless for Arsenal to be praying that their biggest rivals beat Manchester City as well. You've got to look at it that way.
Well, that's just human
yeah.
nature, Kate. It's human nature because of the situation.
Yeah.
So it's just human nature.
I get what Ellie's saying. I've been getting loads of abuse from the Gooners I know all season, so I couldn't give a monkeys if we lose. Poor old Gooners need little old Spurs to do them a favour. Yeah, there is that. I think City should have a year off, have a tour of South America, playing games over there, give all of us a chance in the league. I hate the Arsenal fans here. Only know one good one. Rest are annoying and rude. In Canada, yeah, I think we all get a bit leery if our team's doing well, though. Big up, Ian Ferguson. Good to see you. And big up to Georgie as well. Good to see you both. Yes, did Jimbo get some ink on his hand? Yes, he bloody well did.
He got
on the eve of the football. Yeah, he got a big cock on his hand.
Yeah, that's 2 cocks he's got in his hand then.
No, but the other one's in Kate's hand.
I had to get that one in to make Kate moist again.
Can't believe certain Arsenal fans are supporting Spurs. That's disgraceful. Ask a Celtic fan if they would support Rangers or Real Madrid, Barcelona. Yep, I agree. Tottenham will win the EPL, UCL, FA and EFL next season. And then you'll wake up, Richard.
Yeah.
Big
I'll be
up,
waking
Eds.
up with him then.
Come on,
If our guys give their all, leave nothing on the pitch, we may be able to get at least a draw against City like we did in the beginning of the season. Yeah. Do you know what? Anything's possible on the day. No one knows what's going to happen. That's why we all love football. Who cares about top 4 in Levy? Thank you, Philip, for the birthday wishes. Bless you. Too many flumps. No, I don't agree with that. Like I said a minute ago, F Arsenal and twice on a Sunday. I hate them with my whole heart and soul. I don't hate anything. I don't hate anything or anyone that much. It's too much energy to hate that much.
I don't hate them. I despise them.
Wow. Hoover saying Arsenal failing to win the league won't stop us being ridiculed for our lack of trophies. I prefer we win both our games and start building something. Yeah, Coos, I get that. I get that completely. We're all having. If we're being honest, it's not good for the league that it's been monopolised by an oil-rich state. Of course, I don't want Arsenal to win the league, but if they do, you would break that monopoly. Yeah, and show you don't need millions and billions and trillions of pounds to win it.
Yeah. I want Calvin Lewin to score the winner against Arsenal and they lose it, even if we beat City. That'd be the perfect scenario.
Of course it would. That'd be, and you know what? That if it's meant to be, Ellie, it will be. I really truly believe that. Smash the like. As an Arsenal fan, I would never want Arsenal to lose so Spurs could be relegated. I mean, I would never want Arsenal to be relegated, but that's just me because I'd miss the North London derby too much.
Yeah, I don't want them to be relegated. There's too much banter to be had.
I never say they deserve anything. Wow, it's so bitter and twisted. I don't understand how people can be so hateful towards the team. I don't know if it comes with age. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm older. Mind you, Ellie, you're older, but then maybe that's because, I don't know, it's weird.
Kate, you know when in 2019, when they went for, I think it was 2019, if I got that wrong, I do apologise, but they went for election and they finished 6th or 7th in the league, if I remember, and they weren't in the promotion positions, but they lobbied all the other chairmen, and all. This is allegedly that they bribed officials as well. I'm not saying they did, but allegedly they did, but they were lobbying all the others to elect them. Yeah, and they got elected and we stayed down, right? And then they stayed in the top flight, and because they stayed in the top flight, they grew their club because they got richer and richer and richer, and that's why they dominated North London because of it. And it was only till the 60s that we started winning things again, like properly winning things. We'd won the FA Cup as a non-league team, as everybody knows. We're the only club to have ever done it, 1901. It's never going to be achieved. Can you see a non-league team winning the FA Cup now? I don't think so. So we did
No.
it. So we've got a fantastic history, right? But it was tainted by what Arsenal did because they come to our patch, Kate. And they shouldn't have. They shouldn't have come to our patch.
I know, but they're here now. And do you know what? As much as
they should go back.
When we went to the North, when we go to North London Derby, when you get the abuse, when you get the banter, when you get the comments, all your trophy dodgers, it hurts. But at the same time, I love it, and I'd miss it if it was gone. So I'm glad they came to our patch in a way. Sorry, it's just me. Maybe I don't take it seriously.
Okay. I disagree, but we'll have to agree to disagree, Kate.
Exactly that.
We're still mates. We can back
exactly. He's put Vindaloo put Ellie. That's when dinosaurs were alive.
I love that banter. All right, when dinosaurs were alive, you had no blue and white in your badge, but you put blue and white in your badge, didn't you? Because we borrowed that. We gave you our grand for 2 years, so you should be grateful, mate.
Yeah. Arsenal fan just basically said he would rather not win the league than us win. Yeah, everybody's entitled. I'm not going to tell anyone how they feel. If people want to think they want us to lose tomorrow, that is perfectly fine. I don't think that makes anyone less of a fan or more of a fan. I just think whatever you want for your club, but it's in the hands of the gods. Whatever's due to happen will happen. But yes, be happy, spread the love even between rivals. This is what Richard's saying. He's bringing all the love and harmony today. So it was a million years ago. I love the word moist. I'm not going to lie. I think it's a brilliant word. Happy birthday from Richard and Frank. Thank you so much. Big shout out to our bestie Frank as well, who's watching in Lincoln. Big shout out to you.
You don't need something beginning with V when you're moist.
I know exactly what you're saying, Queen Ellie.
You know where I'm going. You know where I'm going.
Do you know what, Daniel?
People.
Do you know what, Daniel? If we have to hear all summer that they won the league, it will be the same as them saying all summer that they were title contenders and we're shit. It don't matter to me what they say. It just goes over my head. I'm used to it after all these bloody years.
Some of the time and brilliant other times.
Yeah, more shit than brilliant.
We need to weed out the shit and get back the brilliant.
Yeah, I agree.
I just read. You seen what Adrian said? I just read that.
No, because I'm miles behind. I'm just working my way through it.
You can do it.
Look at Skills being shameless. Come on, you Spurs. #, come on, you Gunners. That's so shameless. We're getting told we look beautiful and wonderful as well. Thank you, Richard.
I like Richard. He's full of love.
It's not a bit strong. I just find it. I just think football is a sport and it's meant to be fun. And the bitterness and the nastiness and the hate, I just don't get it. It's like I just don't get it.
Oh
Maybe
God,
I just want it.
No, do you know what it is, Kate? Right? With me, I've always hated Arsenal. I always hate them. I think they're not a good club in my book. I don't like them. What they did to us back in the day. And I just don't like them. They came to our manor and they had the audacity to win more than us.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? It's just poo off. Yeah. Poo off back to South London.
John James said they took fans from Spurs by being in your territory. Yeah, there is that.
We've got more fans than them, though, 100%.
Ellie, you don't own North London, and Arsenal in North London first in 1913.
No, they weren't. They were in Plumstead.
Yeah, I agree, EMF.
Know your history. And that was a parish of Woolwich. And you were called...
big up Happy Kangaroo.
They were called Dial Square. Because they're a bunch of
Happy
squares.
Happy Kangaroo. It's not just for views. What are you talking about? Are you talking about Jimbo? Saying that Jimbo is only saying he's not backing Arsenal for anything. He's just saying he doesn't want Tottenham to lose. I think maybe.
I don't back Arsenal to win anything, right? But what I said was, I do not want my team to ever lose a game. And I said that if Arsenal win the league, right, I will congratulate people like Vindaloo, who's always nice to me. People like Bob on here, Anthony, right? Because they're not horrible people. They're nice people. And if they win it over 38 games, to me, they deserve to win it. Because in the Premier League, you win this league, you deserve to win it. But I'm not saying if I had a choice, I've always said if I had a choice, I wouldn't pick Arsenal to win it. But I'm not a bitter and twisted person. And if they win it, then good luck to them. It won't affect my life.
Yeah, I mean, Adrian's come out and said that, well, not just Adrian, quite a few people have said Basuma's just been ruled out for the last 2 matches. I don't think that's a massive loss. That's what I was just going to say that. I don't think that's a massive loss. But, I mean, Ellie, who do you put in?
Hi, Pierre. Hi, Pierre.
In fact, I'm going to go to Chang. Chang, who do you put in midfield? Who do you put in midfield tomorrow, Chang?
Wow, that's a tricky question. I think Madison is the sure starter, seeing as how he has worked his way back into contention. Although I won't be completely surprised if Lo Celso gets the nod tomorrow if Madison isn't fully fit. If he didn't recover in time for tomorrow, maybe Lo Celso would get a nod ahead of Madison. So I'm going to go on a limb here and say our midfield trio is going to be comprising of Lo Celso, Højbjerg, and surprise, Oliver Skip in midfield. If Big Ange is going to stick with the back four that finished the game against Burnley, which would be Van der Ven at left back. You have Dragushin and Romero as your centre backs, and possibly even Royale at right back if he's fit for the game tomorrow.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
Jimbo, who do you put in the midfield for tomorrow?
I would put in Bentancur, Sarr, and Maddison.
See, I would put in Maddison, Sarr, and Kulu, I think, tomorrow. Mind you, Richie's out, isn't he? Isn't Richie out again?
Yeah, Richie's out.
So he's going to put Kulu on the wing with Johnson and Sonny in the middle. So maybe Maddison, Sarr, and Skip. I think I'd go Maddison, Sarr, Skip as well, and try defensive, and then maybe change it half time, bring Benny on. I wouldn't have Højbjerg anywhere near that team. I'm sorry, LA, but I wouldn't.
Come on.
But who would you pick?
He plays fantastic against Man City. He always saves his best game. If you see him when he set up Harry Kane's goal, lest you forget, he set up Harry Kane's 267th record-breaking goal. He was fabulous at Man City when we drew 3-3. He plays so well against Man City. He steps up. So I'm putting in Højbjerg. He's playing from the start. And if we lose, that would be perfect, because when he starts games, we lose.
We always lose, yeah.
Yeah. Other than that, having said that, I said that for Mia. Yeah, because, he doesn't really rate Højbjerg. But I'd play Højbjerg, I'd play Lo Celso and Sarr, but I wouldn't play Benny from the start. I'd bring him on about 60 minutes, right? When we play 60 minutes, bring him on for the last half hour, because he's very effective over half hour. He can give you a really magical 30 minutes, Bentancur, because he has got the kudos to play, right? And I think Lo Celso, because he moves the ball quickly, he's perfect. I wouldn't put Skip, I put Sarr. Definitely Sarr, because he's got more legs and he's a better all-round player for sure. And he's been our best midfielder this season. I'll drop Ladders to the bench and keep him on for I'll bring him on about 55, 60 minutes with Benny. Just if we need them to win the game, because I don't want to throw the game. I want to win every game. And then take off Højbjerg and Sarr and put on Benny and Madders. Yeah, that's my truth.
Yeah. Someone's put Defarshar's put surely not own goal Højbjerg. Big up Mega Diego. Thank you.
Consistent.
Big up
Mega. Just put it that way.
Thank you to Diego for saying happy 21 again birthday. Love your show. Come on, you Spurs. Thank you very, very much indeed. Royale at left back works for me tomorrow. I'm sure it does. Big up to Mia saying smash them likes. I don't want either City or Arsenal to win the league. I want Tottenham to win the league, but it's not going to happen in my lifetime. Ben, you've got donkey's years ahead. Of course it will.
Smash the likes for Højbjerg. Come on, people. Who's with me? Højbjerg's a good player. Come on.
Did you do a poll, mate?
What? Yeah, I did a poll. I'm just going to finish it now. Let's have a look. M poll. Right. 48% they want us to win. 52% want us to lose. Wow.
Say that again. Say again.
48% want us to win the game and 52% want us to lose. So it's tight. It's not as I thought it would be a lot sort of more of a sweep to lose, but no, it's very tight. Gunnar Paul says football's fun. I can't be asked to hate on teams, can't be bothered to hate on players who get paid hundreds, 300 million a week, who sometimes can't kick a ball. One thing I learned in the army is to smile. Exactly, because you know what? People argue and banter and fight and hate, and none of these footballers know who we are. They ain't got a clue. So I don't waste energy hating anybody. It's just too much.
Well, they don't get 100 to 300 mil a week. They get 100 to 300,000 a week.
Yeah, that's probably what he meant. That's probably what he meant. Rodri, the golden jewel for City, will step up and show why he's one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. For me, he's the best player in the world. I adore him. I can't literally praise him enough. Yeah.
I think De Bruyne's better.
Do you really?
Yeah.
It's different positions,
They're
isn't
different players, but I'd prefer De Bruyne in my team than Rodri.
Yeah.
I just like him better. I think he's got more about him. It's more skill.
He's been streaming today, Kate.
Ben, are you streaming today? Let me know. Really don't know what's worse. Ellie's love for Højbjerg or Big K and his dire obsession. Bless them both.
I think they're even, isn't it? It's about even. we're 1-1.
Skippy's doing okay in defence. Master stroke Branch to shift him there. I think no way it could risk Emerson against City. Yeah, but Skippy weren't great. I didn't think the other day.
It was all right. He done quite well in a couple of occasions, but you see, he's out of position, isn't he? But that's actually the skip case. He wouldn't be excelling at, would he?
No, that's actually my niece in the background, and her and my nephew had me in tears this morning because they gave me a birthday present, and they've had this bracelet done, and it's engraved with Auntie Kate and a kiss.
That's lovely.
And you know what? I couldn't breathe, Jim, could I? For a good 5 minutes, I cried so hard. I don't think I've ever cried so much over a present because I didn't see my niece and nephew for 10 years. So I never thought I'd ever get something like that in my life. And it's just means the whole world to me. I can't even put it into words because I'm going to get all emotional again. I don't want to do that on stream. But it's just...
You'll be moist from the eyes.
Yeah. I mean, I just couldn't speak. I was just absolutely crying my eyes out.
That's so beautiful. Well done.
Happy 18th and 21st combined. Thank you. So, yeah, I've thrown myself off now, getting all emotional again.
What are you doing later?
Do you know what? I don't know. I'll just probably play some games and have some family time and, just chill. And
you see Phil P's super chat?
No, I'm sorry for all the messages I've missed. I've fallen so far behind. I apologise. Phil P, woo, says birthday girl Kate said Eeyore has donkey's years. Thank you, Phil P. Bless you. Very, very, very sweet. Hannah, what's the story of Brian Hill? I don't know. I think he'll be gone in the summer. Is it? It's been streaming, did you say?
It's been streaming, yeah.
Okay, I shall wrap it up. Sorry, it's been a long stream. Sorry. The poll was close. Bless my niece and nephew. They're amazing. Just the most two. I can't go on to it anymore.
They're so lovely as well.
Yeah, it is. My sister bought me lovely earrings, and Jimbo bought me a beautiful bracelet, and I've just been spoilt rotten. But the love is priceless.
Diamonds are forever. You should play Shirley Bassey's all songs all day, see what Jimbo comes out with.
I plan to be on the terrace on Thursday night, so yes, you will see me then. I'm not going on tonight because it's my birthday. So I hope your birthday gift will be a Premier League title. Me too. Thank you, Nathan. Very kind. He's saying wrap this shit up, and Ben's saying take your time, but I will be wrapping up. Ellie, after today, when can we find you next?
Right, so I'm on LTL Cockerel Takeover with Chang.
Oh,
yes, on Wednesday, right? So
Okay.
we've got a show planned. It's going to be the day after what we're going to find out if we won, drew, or lost against Man City, and the aftermath. So it'll be a very interesting show. So everybody tune in and see Ellie and Chang at our best. Yeah,
Ash is back now, isn't she?
Who?
Ash.
Ash, I'm not sure because I've been ill with my legs. I haven't really read a lot of WhatsApp. That's why I've sort of just spoken to you, Kate, mostly, and Chang, the two people in my life, and Jimbo. I was going to answer your WhatsApp, Jimbo, because you said, Ellie, you coming on? But, because I've been really ill and in and out of hospital, which I haven't told anybody. Right, but now everybody knows I've got cellulitis on my legs, and it's spread. So I have to be very careful. I have to be very, very careful, Kate. And I have to live with it. I have to live with it because it's a condition I've got, and I'll just get on with it. I go to Spurs matches. I live my life to the full. I don't let it get me down. I kept up with Benny Boy yesterday up those stairs as well. He can profess to that. Yeah, so. That's the way the cookie crumbles. I've been served with this, and I've just got to get over it,
Yeah. I think Ash's. I saw her talking in the group, but I don't know when she's sort of back on stream.
If she's back, she'll be doing the Friday show, I presume, or maybe the Wednesday show with Chang. I don't know. I haven't spoken to Jose either, so we'll see what happens.
So you're back Wednesday.
Conversation. I have to
Chang,
have conversations,
when are you back, Chang?
So I have a show lined up in 3 hours at 5 p.m. with Mr. Alan Clark tonight. Oh, no, not tonight. This evening, over on Time Added On. I think it's his members calling show or a weekend review show, kind of like this. But I'll be on again in 3 hours at 5 p.m. with Mr. Alan Clark over on Time Added On. And I believe Queen Ellie herself has graciously announced that we will be on again in 48 hours. I think it's going to be noon as usual over on LTL Cockerel. It's going to be a takeover, Queen Ellie and me on Wednesday. And then if you are going to be doing a preview on Friday at noon, Miss Kate, then that will be my next appearance here on this channel, and I might even make an appearance on Thursday if there is a members calling show, but I will have to check my schedule because Thursday is going to be very, very tight for me because I've just seen my own schedule for Thursday. It's not pretty, which is why I gifted those 10 memberships earlier, so that at least there will be some fresh new faces. Hopefully, here's hoping there will be some fresh new faces on Thursday for your members calling show. But those are the appearances that I have lined up this week. And as always, thank you very, very much for having me back again. And it's always a pleasure to be on this channel, and I never take any of my appearances for granted. Ever. I would treat every single show that I do here as my last, and I give my all for every show. And today, of all days, once again, before we do sign off, a very happy birthday to you, Miss Kate, and I hope you have a wonderful day ahead, and here's to next season and beyond. Come on, you Spurs.
Exactly that.
Kate, I would like to reiterate that, I like everything that Chang said, and what a lovely lady you are behind the scenes as well, and Jimbo, and the way you are together, it's so refreshing, and you've had a lot of things happen on YouTube, and you've ridden above it, right? And you've persevered. And there's been times where we've had chats behind the scenes. Yeah, and I just think the world of you, and you and Jimbo. You're such lovely, lovely people, and I'll always pick you up wherever I go. Yeah, and I really thank you from the bottom of my heart for letting me have a joy joining you. Just the joy of joining you. It makes my day to be on your show.
Oh, that's so nice. Thank you. Thank you both very much. That's so sweet. Everyone's trying to start me in tears again. Have you made yourself cry, Ellie?
Yeah.
Oh, don't, because you'll start me off. Oh my God, I can't cope with all these tears.
I know, Kate, what a lovely person you are, and you know you've fought through lots of things in your life, and I'm not going to say it online because that's personal between me and you and Jimbo, right? And I just feel if people really knew the real Kate, they wouldn't do that. Some stuff that they've done, it's not nice with Jimbo as well. And my heart goes out to you because you're such a deep, thoughtful lady with a massive heart, and you've got a massive heart with your husband as well. You love him to bits, and it shines through every show.
What's there not to love?
And my brother
What's there not to love?
This is a testament. My brother Boo absolutely adores you both. He adores you both. He tunes in, especially to see you two, because he finds your show magical, he said.
Well, Ben won't love us if we keep going.
No, I've redirected to him, so he will love us. But thank you, Ellie. You made me all emotional.
Thanks, Ellie.
That's so lovely. Guna Paul says, "I love this channel. Thanks for allowing me to be a part." Do you know what? Everyone's welcome here. It's a nice channel. We try and spread the love for everybody. Kate loves Jimbo until he steps out of line, then he goes down the stairs. What I will say is a massive thank you to Skills, to Bobby K, to Chang, to Lee Richards, to Steve D, to Bobby K again, Kuva, AJ and Leo, and Phil P, of course, for your amazing super chats. To every single person that's come in, whether you Kuva, I'm in floods now. I think I might be the second pot of tea. Everyone just coming in saying hello, to everyone that's wished me happy birthday, to everyone that's hit a like, to everyone that's just been amazing. Thank you so much for everyone's words. Everyone's trying to get me off again. It's been I just love this honestly blah, blah, blah. This makes my day. Honestly, it's like sitting here with my mates. I feel so blessed to be able to just sit here and chat football with my friends, and then Chang, and amazing. Found my bestie in Ellie online. So yeah, thank you to everybody. Listen, I've done a redirect for Ben's channel, so make sure you all stay tuned. Have a brilliant day. We'll be back probably Thursday for a member show. I don't know yet. We might be back before then. Whatever happens, we'll definitely be here Friday, no matter what. But we might.
Yeah, and you've got to do a member show Thursday. We promised them last week.
Okay, member show Thursday. Yes, Ellie is a legend. But have a brilliant day, everybody. And yeah, come on, you Spurs. Let's do it tomorrow. Let's do this.
Come on, you fucking Spurs.
Have a great day, and come on, you Spurs.
Come on, you Spurs.